back with more Titans. Finally, season 2. I am so excited to get into this. I've been desperately waiting for season 2 for so long. And it has felt as long as it's been, but I'm just so glad it's finally back, and to see what's going to happen next. You know, there's a lot to get excited about this season. And yeah, it's going to be insane. And I can't wait to see what they've got in store for us. You know, so much is coming. You know, I don't want to say too much just in case people, you know, don't keep up with the news for Titans and they want to be surprised when they watch the episodes and stuff. But about like who's going to be appearing and stuff like that in the show. And I don't know a lot about like the general plot of the season, so that's very cool. So yeah, I really loved season 1. I know a few people have like its issues with it, but I'm glad for the most part. You know, people kind of, I think, really, really impressed with it, and the trailer that was initially released for it just did not do it justice. And yeah, I love the characters, I love the dynamics. You had some interesting villains in like the nuclear family and stuff like that. I loved what they did with, you know, Hawk and Dove and Jason Todd, Donna Troy. I can't wait to see where they're going to take the rest of the season. It ended on quite the cliffhanger with Trigon causing some trouble, and we know that there was supposed to be another episode in season 1, but they delayed that for this episode, season 2 premiere, and I think they've kind of kept some bits and reshot other parts, from what I'm kind of gathering. So I'm interested in seeing how that's going to work, whether or not they should have just left us in season 1, or if it is a good way to kick off season 2, we'll have to wait and see. But I am very, very excited. If you're new to the channel, hi. If you're watching because of Titans, feel free to check out my season 1 reactions on the channel as well, to search for the playlist. But either way, I'm so hyped for season 2. I can't wait to see what's going to happen. I can't wait to see my son, Gar, Beast Boy. I would die for him. And, you know, we've got so much good stuff coming. I feel like this episode is going to be, well, it's called Trigon, so I'm assuming they're going to wrap up the whole Trigon thing now. And then maybe kick off a new story for the rest of the season. I'm not quite sure, or maybe Trigon's going to be like a villain for the first couple or the first half of the season. I'm not really sure, so I'm very, very excited to find out. But either way, I've been desperately waiting for the show to come back. I really loved it, and I can't wait to see what season 2 is going to bring. So let's get into it.
Our future will be glorious. Hard pass. Rach, we gotta go.
Guard.
Run!
Fair.
She wants to do it the hard way. You know what to do.
He's not going to win Dad of the Year, is he? Don't be that reckless, you get yourself killed.
Does that ring a bell? You want me to make bird sounds too?
Kind of freaked out on him last time, and I owe him. So where is he?
Oh, that's good of him.
He didn't tell you about the second one? It's in a place he's never gonna find.
Oh.
Ew.
Oh.
Or were you hoping the sheer force of your criticism would save her? I think she's drained my powers.
She's in there, isn't she?
Yeah.
What gave it
So
away?
what the fuck is going on here? Kid should have asked us to get fucking Superman.
Don't know if they can afford that yet.
Tell me about it.
Ugh, so far to run. I'd give up.
Maybe we can get through that.
Or he can get through the door.
Let's talk.
She just stays up there, that'd be funny. Like, fuck this.
Kill me. What? It's the reason you came to Earth in the first place.
Rachel, this is
I
crazy.
object, yeah.
I'm so sorry, Rachel.
Well. I'm assuming that was a test. Otherwise, that's quite a bold move to kill her off. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, God. Not that day. I can save him.
Oh shit. How many daddy issues are going to be in this episode? My goodness.
Arrest me!
Or... There it is.
That name is going to break.
That's cool that they put him in, like, Dick's
Take down
dream.
Gotham with him.
I don't think many people can pull off those masks, but these two really do it. Oh, all over the costume. Disaster.
The gun that killed Bruce's parents.
Oh.
You don't actually think he keeps it loaded? No. But I do.
Fuck. Yeah, I think if it was like hand-to-hand combat, I don't think Jason would ever win. So he's just not that well trained compared to Dick yet. Oh boy. Well, it's not going very well, is it? So is it going to be if they take the drugs, they get taken by the darkness?
This will take the pain away. It's who they are. It's who we all are inside. Don't listen to them. That's not there. They're still in there.
They're all very broken people, I guess, aren't they?
Cue the final betrayal.
Leave him alone! Oh my god! Holy shit! Oh no! Put him down, you dick! Oh! Oh my... What the fuck? Oh, hello. Oh, why so many eyes? Someone's feeling horny. Huh. Ah, that's gonna be in her head. Ah. I was wondering how she was gonna get that. That's cool. I mean, I think the design of it is pretty cool.
Should we begin?
You never did.
You're dead. Yeah. Oh dear. Well, who could have predicted this?
We begin.
Episode 12 and Rachel's down 2 mothers. Oopsie. Oh, it's that car! Ooh! Eat them all.
Still you.
Yes.
Come back to me.
Aww.
There, Rach, please.
Aww. Yes! Make out.
There has to be a way to reach him.
Well, you've got your crystal thing now.
No.
I've got the power!
I heard about him.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Excuse me, sir. I say you kiss your mother with that mouth, but that would be very inappropriate and, you know,
What dream?
sad.
But if I die here, I die for real.
Oh. I'd stay up there then. If Zac Efron and Zendaya turn up, I swear. Nope. Ah, good. That could have been very embarrassing. If you fall, I will catch you. I will be waiting.
What happened?
Dick can fill you in. I think I need a
Yeah.
minute alone with my father.
Shouldn't have given her that crystal, buddy. Whoa, shit. Well. Well, that was easier than I expected. Well done for your help, guys. Great contribution, Small. She's badass. Didn't even break a sweat, just casually murders her father. Wholesome.
You okay?
I like how it's kind of like the two youngest, really, you know,
Yeah.
who really saved the day.
Yeah, I think so.
Because they all would have been fucked if God didn't bring Rachel back.
Apart from some dead birds, we seem to have...
Things are back, bitches!
You're kind of an asshole, aren't you, kid?
Yeah, but you like me. Admit it.
Never gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
I'm really sorry. That's cool. I know it wasn't really you guys. Couldn't have been. Dick was actually kind of funny. In a
Ha!
weird, psycho way. You do realize I'm listening. A mystery.
Yeah, well, let you know when I decide.
Another mystery?
Get used to it. Life's a lot better with it.
Sounds like something Batman would say.
This feels very season finale-esque.
Seriously? No, get in the car.
Seriously?
Hey! Bye, guys. I'll miss you.
It's really been fun, but let's not meet like this again for a while, huh?
Here, here. What's the deal?
About that.
Asshole, he did that on
It's episode 1, motherfuckers. Oh, Deathstroke. I can't wait to see what they're going to do with him in this.
Kites are back, bitches!
I'm sorry, you were saying any significant?
Right, any significant damage.
He's triggered.
Still trying to...
He looks badass.
Come look at the tree.
Whoa. Oh, that looks so cool. Oh shit. I didn't realize we were getting episode 1. Fuck. Yes. Jorah.
This darkness you mentioned. I had to let it go in order to move on. It was stopping me from realizing all the things you did that helped me.
I'd be curious to know what you think those things are.
Maybe another time.
Cryptic. Well done.
I learned from the best.
Any new tricks?
Maybe.
New kids.
Maybe it's time for a do-over.
Yes. Titan's Tower.
On one condition.
It's not a demotion, per se. More like a temporary relocation.
Whatever.
Oh.
Where are we going?
This really feels like where they were going with season 1. Maybe they hadn't like found the right Bruce Wayne or something yet, and they knew they wanted him to be in the finale, so they just delayed it until they could cast him. I don't know. Yeah. She'd punch me in the face and I'd thank her.
What is this place?
Home.
That's what I was going to say. Probably for the best it wasn't shaped like a giant T, to be fair. Okay, I love that. I thought it was fantastic. I will say, I think that should have been the finale. And they just start season 2 with whatever episode 2 is going to be. So I think that really wrapped up, obviously, the story of season 1 well, with Trigon being dealt with and everything. But it also rounded off Dick's character arc throughout the whole of the first season, his struggle with like the darkness and his struggle with like forgiving or not forgiving Bruce for everything that he'd done. And they really kind of patched that up in this one. And I think that would have been a really solid way to end on season 1, and then they obviously had some setup for season 2 there with Deathstroke having that appearance. And then we end it with them getting the tower. It's like, okay, the Titans are back, they've been fully formed, here we go. So I think that would have been more effective personally as like a season finale. So I'm not quite sure why. I'm sure they had like production or technical reasons for having to like, delay it for season 2. That maybe they just didn't cast Bruce Wayne or Deathstroke in time, or you know, didn't know exactly what they wanted to do. I'm not sure. But yeah, whatever the reason, I'm sure they had them. I still kind of wish that was the season 1 finale. I think that would have worked really, really well. But regardless, it's still fantastic. I really, really, really loved it a lot. I mean, the time flew by. That did not feel like 51 minutes by any means. Because I just really enjoy inhabiting the world with these characters and stuff like that. So that was a lot of fun. And yeah, Trigon really is dealt with then. I think that was a bit too easy, if I'm honest, because they spent the whole first season kind of building up to that. And he was kind of his own undoing, because he literally gave Rachel the power, I think, that she destroyed him with in the end with the crystal thing. So yeah, that was kind of strange. The fact that he was so easily dispatched and the mum was just killed as well, and Rachel didn't seem all too affected by that. So I thought, okay, maybe it makes more sense if they carry on with Trigon into season 2, if he's like the big bad for like the first half or something, but no, he's just dead and gone. So I think that was a tad too easy, and I do think they kind of had to rush the whole everyone else getting turned into the darkness thing, because we had a whole episode of Dick kind of being broken and, you know, being overtaken by Trigon and stuff like that and giving into the darkness. And yet it was like 7-8 minutes for everyone else to go through that in this episode. So, you know, I think that could have been handled maybe a bit better. I'm not too sure. Or maybe they just didn't even need for them to be like possessed, you know? Maybe that would have made more sense. Because they didn't have a whole lot to do in the episode anyway. But what do I know? Either way, I still really enjoyed this premiere episode. And I can't wait to see what they're going to do with season 2. They have Titan's Tower. Deathstroke's going to be around. You know, I think we know a few other things really. And yeah, Jason's kind of officially joined the team, I guess, with him coming with them. I like that Bruce was just like, "Oh, take the fucker with you." He was so done. That was funny. But yeah, either way, what to start with? Well, I like that we kind of got like some big elements of the Titans with like the Titans Tower and stuff. I like that we kind of finally got that. I can't wait to see where they kind of go with that whole concept and when they're going to explore it and stuff like that. I can imagine they do like a whole Deathstroke invades the base season finale kind of thing, maybe. Or, I don't know. But I love that we kind of got that there, and that's kind of a big part of the, you know, the Teen Titans lore that's now in the show. So I'm really, you know, it was really cool to see that. That was great. And I did like, you know, the journey with Dick kind of stuff. I'm so immature every time I say Dick. I'm like, but him kind of, I think, coming to terms with things that have happened and his relationship with Bruce. I thought that was, you know, pretty well handled for the most part. I could understand like his reasons for like trying to move on from that, and him saying like his anger kind of blinded him from the good things that Bruce did for him, you know, which I think is a fair kind of comment. So you can kind of understand that, and I did like that they kind of came to that understanding, and it was nice seeing Bruce Wayne pop up in the show. I almost completely forgotten that was happening, and I didn't realise it was going to be episode 1 actually that he turned up. I thought it'd be a lot later on in the season, but that's nice. I hope we see more of him though. I think we will. I hope that's just not all it was. I mean, if you're going to cast Jorah Mormont, you know, if you're going to cast Ian Glenn, you wouldn't just have him be in like one scene, would you? So I hope that's not the case. And as for the interpretation of Bruce, I'm not quite sure. I like the idea of having like an older Bruce, and it makes sense because, you know, we have Dick Grayson, who's probably like late 20s, early 30s, isn't he? So it makes sense to have an older Bruce Wayne. So I completely buy that. Don't know if I can quite imagine Ian Glenn sit up as Batman, but I would love to see it. I imagine he would be able to kind of sell the hell out of it. And the accent was, you know, but I can't do accents either, so it's fine. But I do kind of enjoy almost a stark contrast to Batman with the way Ian Glenn portrayed it, because he was very calm and collected and somewhat understanding, I feel, whereas Batman's almost a complete opposite. And it does seem like, you know, the kind of character of Bruce Wayne himself. He's really putting on the mask when he's Bruce Wayne. It's kind of his true self coming out when he's Batman. So it kind of makes sense that there would be quite a big distinction between the two. So it's an interesting kind of interpretation, I think, for Bruce Wayne, but I think I need to see a lot more of it, and a lot more of Ian Glenn's performance in the role to kind of get a proper feel for it and see if I really do like it or not. But I think it's a solid kind of foundation. Let's just talk about Trigon, get him out of the way. I mean, the CGI throughout the whole episode, some worked better than others, I think. I don't think Trigon himself looked too bad. I thought it was a pretty cool design. But honestly, like, bad CGI really doesn't bother me a lot of the time. It's even in like movies and stuff. Lots of movies. Even, you know, heaven forbid, Marvel movies do have bad CGI at times, but it just does not bother me, because at least they're trying to do something interesting with the story, you know? Sometimes it's distracting, but I don't think this was distractingly, you know, bad or distractingly good. It's too good. That's all I can think about is taking me out of it, because I think that can be a thing with CGI as well. So yeah, I thought the design of Trigon was really actually quite cool. I wish we'd seen a bit more of it, because obviously he was kind of dealt with a bit too easily for my taste. But still, I think he would have kind of been a more effective villain if they just had him be defeated at the end of season 1 with this episode. It doesn't almost seem like it wasn't worth it to hold him on to season 2 and then just kill him very, very easily, in my opinion. But still, I liked him as a villain overall, and I thought the design looked pretty cool. I think the actor did a good job. He played him like his human form, stuff like that. But I am very, very excited to kind of move on past the Trigon stuff and get into like Deathstroke and shit, because that's going to be very, very exciting. I can't wait for that. And yeah, I liked the dynamic between Raven and Gar. I think those two are my favourites, to be honest. Although I really like Donna as well. And I really like Jason. And I really like Hank and Dawn. I love them all, let's be honest. But I did like the dynamic between those two, trying to like save everyone, and then when Raven was kind of taken, I love that Gar was wanting to bring her back, and they had like flashbacks to season 1. That worked really well. And then Raven went on to save Dick. I liked that quite a bit, and I like how they kind of tied it all into like the dreams and visions that Rachel had in season 1. You know, she found Dick in the first place through like the visions of his parents dying and seeing that, and then that ended up being like the key to saving him. I think that makes a lot of sense, that she would have kind of put that together and work out like, if I'm going to save him, I need to use this dream, because obviously it was a very significant thing, and that was kind of destiny and stuff like that. I really liked how that kind of all tied together. I thought that worked really very well. And yeah, seeing Gar turn into a snake was cool. I hope we kind of see him become lots of other different animals. That was really cool though. Poor bastard though, getting beat up like that. Oh, I love him. Can't wait to see where they take their characters a lot more. I hope Gar gets a lot of focus this season, because you know, he was kind of an afterthought at times, I think, in season 1. So I'd love to see him have quite a prominent role going forward. Just because he's my favourite. So maybe he's a bit biased there, but I'd love to see a bit more of him. I think the actor's fantastic as well. So yeah, I liked the dynamic between Raven and Gar. I thought those two were great, as I always do. And then I liked Hank and Dawn trying to find Jason, and Jason just being a bit of a nuisance when he's home alone, stuff like that. Very reckless, I liked that. I think the actor does a great job as Jason Todd. I do really, really enjoy the actor they got for that part. And his kind of banter almost with Hank was quite funny. I'd love to see those two kind of be quite close. I think it'd be quite a nice story. But yeah, like Donna and Corey, Hank and Dawn, they didn't get a whole of a lot to do in the episode, but it was still nice to kind of have their presence, and I know we're going to see a bit more of them, be it in like flashbacks to the old Titans or like the present day stuff, but I hope we kind of see them in present day again very, very soon. So yeah, that was all very cool with them, the dynamic there. I think they really felt like this team already, I think, and they just worked very well. You know, they had a lot of like light-hearted kind of jokes with each other in this episode, which was really nice to see. I think the characters just blend together very, very well, so I'm very excited to see where they kind of take that going forward. So yeah, I liked everything with them. And then Donna, I love her. She was great. She had some really funny lines, actually. The back and forth she and Corey had, I thought was quite entertaining. But again, like Donna and Corey didn't get a whole lot to do, you know. But I still liked what they kind of brought to the table when they had like stuff. And Corey, I'm kind of surprised she didn't just go with them at the end of the episode. She's kind of wants to find her own thing, which is interesting, and maybe we're going to follow her on that journey, and I quite, you know, look forward to seeing that, because I think she has quite an interesting backstory, and I was quite surprised that she didn't go with them. So what they do with her this season could be very, very interesting. So that was pretty cool. And it was just nice just seeing all those characters again, because, you know, a lot of the kind of side characters almost won a lot of people's hearts in season 1, mine included. So yeah, I think that'd be really, really cool to see them get more of a focus, because they're the main cast this season. So can't wait for that. I think that's going to be really, really cool to see a lot more of those characters. Obviously, Corey was already like main cast, but this could be an interesting thing for her to not like just go off with Dick and everyone else just yet. She might be doing her own thing, which I quite like to see. So hopefully we kind of follow her on that journey. And that could be interesting. And then like the concept of them playing with like the darkness and stuff, and seeing a bit more of why like these characters may have gone down the darker path, you know, under Trigon's influence. We had like Donna killing the guy who killed her father. I really liked Jason having to like kill Dick and like kind of using like untraditional methods, not just like hand-to-hand combat. He just got a gun. I like that it was the gun that killed Bruce's parents, so that was a nice little touch. But you know, I think like Jason would kind of play dirty to win a fight, so that made a lot of sense. And the fact that he was kind of deposited into the aftermath of, you know, Dick's dream and his turn to the darkness, I quite liked that, and that was interesting. It would have been cool to see him like be put in like a situation kind of like Donna in like his past. That would have been cool to see him break that way, but still what they did was interesting. And then obviously Hank and Dawn, like a very different kind of letting the darkness kind of swallow them with like taking drugs, which I quite liked that, because they had a lot of tragedy in their lives as well. Everyone's very broken, so I could kind of understand them all kind of being turned by Trigon, because they're all very broken people really. But I did quite like that it wasn't just, oh, you've gone too far and you've killed this person. That's how you know, that's how the darkness overcomes you. I like with Hank and Dawn, it was kind of something a bit different. That was interesting. It just shows their kind of attitudes to, like, you know, the slippery slope, and the fact that, you know, taking drugs to them is almost like the worst they could do, or as bad as it could get, not just like killing someone, which I thought was an interesting kind of viewpoint to contrast the others. I really enjoyed that a lot. And Deathstroke, man, I can't wait to see what this actor and what Titans does with him. So he's quite kind of a big Titans villain, isn't he? And I really like Deathstroke as a character. He's so interesting to me, and I can't wait to see this interpretation of him. So I enjoyed the one in Arrow. I liked Manny Bennett in Arrow. But I'm very excited to see what they do with this. I think the costume looks fantastic. The actor looks so badass, and I can't wait to see what role he's going to play in this season. It's going to be really cool. So yeah, just like a little glimpse of Deathstroke in this episode. I'm like sold on this portrayal. I can't wait to see what they do with him. So yeah, overall, very good episode. I really did enjoy it. You know, I think a very solid start to season 2, but I think it would have been more effective as a season 1 finale. So I'm not quite sure exactly why they held it off. I'd like to get a bit of an explanation for that. But regardless of that, if we kind of completely ignore that anyway, very good episode. I loved it. I like that we kind of dealt with Trigon. We kind of wrapped up that story. The stuff with Dick and Bruce I thought was very interesting. Can't wait to see what they do with Deathstroke. That was great. And just seeing all these characters again, I got a lot of joy out of it. So yes, I can't wait to see what's going to happen with the rest of the season. And I also really liked the kind of origin they went for of Rachel getting the crystal and the gem in her head. That was really cool. So yeah, really great start, and I can't wait to see where they're going to go from here with the rest of this season. Very exciting, and yeah, just so glad that Titans is back. And I know I still need to finish Doom Patrol. I will get around to that, but I could not wait to watch more Titans. I was going to hold off and wait until I'd like caught up with Doom Patrol, but I couldn't wait. So yeah, really liked this start to the season. I'm so glad the show's back, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. But yeah, until my next reaction, thanks for watching.